morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, wherever you are in the universe. This is Cmdr Swifty, the ineffectual gamer, and this is Elite Dangerous Beyond, still actually, and we are doing permit locked systems today. So, let me just go over to the stream page. Hello, welcome. Okay, welcome in. So first things first, as usual, I'm gonna post everything into my Discord channel because it needs doing. Actually, there's a couple of things I forgot to knock off on in my computer background, so just give me 1 second to knock them off because I don't want anything downloading game updates or anything in the background while I'm trying to stream, because that can get really annoying. Okay, so no, cancel. You didn't shut down, did you? Oh, thank God. I tried to shut down Steam. Such an idiot. Okay, so, right. So, that's alright. I managed to cancel that in time. Okay, so we're in a new system, the Cmdr system today, and I'm going to explain why in a moment. It's gonna be a long stream today, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Probably have to nip out for coffee at some point, things like that, but you know, it'll just be a short break when I do that, just to grab some things. So yes, so that's down, that's all good, that's all down. I have got my what do you call it? I've got my internet browser running in the background, so I'm going to shut that down as well in a second to get some extra bandwidth and stuff back. So just give us a second. I'm going to put this in my Discord and in all the other Discords. Everyone, okay. Just let people know that I'm up and running today. I forgot to check over on Twitch, so just going to quickly go to Twitch. So I hope everybody's alright. If you, I know it's been, I said I'd be streaming a bit more, and this week, unfortunately, has kind of been a bit up and down. I say unfortunately only from a streaming point of view. I've been working a little bit this week, and I do need to kind of work. I need the money, so through the COVID period and everything, obviously. So it's not bad for me, but for streaming wise, it's been a bit up and down. Next week, shut up. Next week I think it's next week. No, next week. Yeah, I'm gonna start one new class in the week after that. I've got actually 2 new classes and some other classes as well. So the streaming's kind of good. It's gonna be here and there, depending on the day and depending on how I'm feeling. I'm actually at the moment on a bit of a dry period as well. When I say dry period, I haven't totally stopped drinking because it's the summer and I cannot sit here when it's lovely and warm and not have a drink. But I'm kind of trying to stick to Alka Pops, so like a beer or 2, you know, and not 6 beers and half a bottle of whiskey, you know, that type of thing that I would normally be doing in my summer jollies. I can leave that till next month. So that's all posted on Twitch. Okay, yeah, okay. Why did I not copy that? So let me just finish doing, not Twitch, on Discord. So let me just finish posting these through Discord. And you'll have to bear with me because I know I've been buzzing about Discord a lot recently, and I know that a lot of my Discord pages are out of place. So I'm just gonna put these last ones in. Are live radio streaming? Can't imagine that. No. I haven't listened to live radio for a while actually. I'm going to go back and listen to that. Right, and I'll put one in there. Okay, so that is everywhere's done. Okay, good. So Discord, I can close that down a little bit. And oh yeah, on the Facebook. Yep, I post it on Facebook to the Elite community. Because sometimes people like popping in on that. So Elite Dangerous Community. Strange taste in my mouth today. Hope it's not COVID. Right. Okay, so. You know why? That's why I never post it on there. Oh well, I'll post it as a double. Okay. It's got a picture of my mug on that one, that's all. I don't really like that, but never mind. Right, okay, so. Right, so I can close that down. Close that down. Unfortunately, I've misplaced one of my, what would you call it? One of my technology holders, let's put it this way. So I normally put my phone in it, and then I have two of them. I put my phone in one, and I put my tablet in the other, so that I can go through stuff. But I've actually misplaced one of them, so my tablet now doesn't have a stand, because the chat one's quite important to be able to see. But it is what it is, so there's not a lot I can do there. Right, okay, so here's today's plan for the stream. So I have my tablet here, which I've just nicely put off to the left. And I have a nice list of permit lock systems that I probably haven't locked on this account. So my aim is to do that. But first, before any of that can take place, I've got to get some tritium for my carrier. So I've come to this system in the hope of grabbing some cheap tritium, and as far as I'm aware, it's quite cheap here. So the hope is, that's a weird taste that's leaving in my mouth. There's something weird about my coffee, and I don't know what it is. I hope, like, I'm just gonna lick the cup, which is not probably right to do in the Corona age. Cup liquor, just to make sure that I haven't like left too much. You know when sometimes you're washing up and you don't what's the word? You don't rinse your cup, and then the next day you're having a cuppa and you're wondering why you're. I should really stop drinking this. There's something not right about it. And you're wondering why your cup tastes like fairy liquid. Yeah, that's the position I'm in right now. Right, so I'm gonna new look carrier. Look at this baby. And there's two things I have to put into this actually. This is the new look carrier. So for anybody who's wanting to know, this is the new look carrier. I've gone for this front because I absolutely love the cockpit of this carrier. If indeed you can call it the cockpit. I just think it looks very 2001, and it looks. I don't know, it looks how I would want my ship to look, because my ship's going to essentially be an explorer ship. I got it painted out in ice white, although I am considering having another colour code in there for when I'm in deep space, so it'll change. If it's in the bubble, it'll be ice white. If it's out in the middle of nowhere, it'll change colour, and there'll be a reason for that. Can't see anybody coming into land at the moment, but my landing pads are a nice green colour. Yeah, what else have I changed about it? Yeah, I went with one of the... Let me just go through the livery. I went with, so it's tactical white. The engine detailing's green as well, because I think it suits the landing pads. So there you can see my engine detailing. And I like the landing pads green. Green's my favourite colour, so. And then I've gone with Blaine as the air traffic controller. So things have changed about my, my fleet carrier since the last time. And it cost a lot, and I think that FDev really need to pull back some of these prices. I don't know how they can, because they've already done it, but I just feel they should. This was I think this was about €13, about £13 to kit out the fleet carrier. That's a lot of money. It's a lot, and I know you can get credits through regular play and whatnot, but I do think it's a lot. But if you just look up in the top left hand corner of the stream, you can see Eric Chaile, who donated €20 the other day, but he donated it off stream. And then of course Elazgar donated 10 as well recently. So I want to thank Eric if you're watching. I'm not sure if you're somebody who comes into the stream a lot, because I don't recognize the name, so unless it's your handle, but I don't know. So if you do come in stream, just let yourself be known so that I can do like a live thank you. But this this came through on a day I wasn't streaming, so I guess it's somebody who watched the stream and really enjoyed it. So thank you very much. That's really nice of you, and it's gone, as I said, you and Elliot's together have put some money towards kitting out my fleet carrier. And then the rest I spent on a game which I'm going to unveil next week. So, back to the good stuff. So yeah, what I'm going to just do is I'm going to do a couple of trips to get my trick trim department filled up. I just want to do some outfitting to see what I've got stored here, because I know I've stored some things, but I don't know exactly what I've got stored. And I was looking for the biggest cargo rack I've got installed. So I've got a 32. Oh, I have a 128. I have a 256. Okay, and that 256 is grade 8. Okay, so what we're going to do is, because we're not using the Jesus for Battle here, we're going to go into the it's 7. Crap. Alright, well, we'll do it anyway. So we're going to take out the bi-weave shield generator, and we're going to store that just for these runs while I'm trying to why am I going to shop? Just while we go through these runs. Okay, so I think if you just scroll all the way down to the bottom, it's automatic. So there we go, 70. So it gives me another 128 in capacity. We need the advanced docking computer, because I don't want to be scraping through while I'm doing this. We don't need the Guardian frame shift, and I could take the shield enforcement package, but to be honest with you, I'm not going to take all that out because it'll take forever, and I'm going to be still streaming at 6 o'clock tonight while I'm doing my loadout. So if I remember rightly, we need to be going to let's go into the system map actually and have a look. So we're going here, Ewald platform, and this is where we're going to buy our tritium. Oh Christ, I don't know how far away I am. I hope it's not a huge distance, because everybody in the brothers got their fleet carriers parked up here, but we'll see where we are. So let's see who's playing today. Hep and Wraith are playing today. Okay. So it's 1,300 light seconds. That actually isn't a lot, so that's okay. And I don't know if that's a patrol or don't know what those ships are there. Now, I did notice that in my upkeep this week, I had a hull upkeep payment, which surprised me. I'm going to use the term surprise. I don't know what that came from, because the week before I didn't get that. And I had and it was quite a lot. It was 1.6 million. So I don't know what that's for. I'm not sure if it's people attacking you. I'm not sure if you park maybe your fleet carrier in a system and you're not liked or something, whether you get attacked. Can't imagine that's the situation. But you never know. You never really know. But it's really strange that that payment, that price came up like 101 point something. So I wasn't too pleased with that, because it was like a hidden charge. I don't mind paying it, but it seems like it was a bit of a hidden charge there. So we'll see. Right. So I'm gonna, while I'm coming into land and stuff, I'm gonna check my permits, see which ones I've already got. Now I think I've got Sol. Well, I'm pretty sure I've got Sol. I've got Shinrata Desert. I've got the big ones. But today it's going to be the small permit lock systems that we're going to be going after. So, we'll see. Now, that was a question. Did I put the thingamajig on it? Correct, with all these bloody fleet carriers. I need to get them marked off, but I'll need them when I'm going back to mine, so it's one of those. Oh, what have I done there? Evil platform lock destination, you idiot. Right, okay, I'll have to go with it. I don't know why I unlocked that there. wrong about this coffee. I wonder if it's because I've had sugar in it, actually. I haven't had sugar in my coffee for a while. Today was the first day I've done it in a long time, so it could be that. Right, so a lot of them come with things like Federal Navy rank or Imperial. Actually, it's all Federal. I didn't realise that. I didn't realise it was Imperial as well. So... oh no, it does seem like there's some for Empire as well, actually. Alright, okay, that's good. Alliance, we've only got... there's Alioth of Alliance. There's some for Independent. Okay, I didn't realise all of these ones exist, and then there's unknown ones, which are understandable, regional ones, and local ones. And some of them are unknown, just strange. Hey, yeah, it's almost lined up. Okay. Okay, now, although I'm using assisted docking, I do try and line it up with a mailbox and everything in the right way so that it kind of picks up instead of just doing it from anywhere. Sometimes I do it from anywhere. So let's have a look at some of the... can't remember what it comes on this one, doesn't it? Right, so we have Sol, we have Beta Hydri, don't I yet have Vega, I have PLX, that's fine, I've got Ross 128, that's fine, Expert, I've got that one, Horse System, I've got that one, okay, Force Extansis, oh, that appears as unknown, but I'm sure I've had it before. Why do they say... some of these I've had before. So just give me permit requisites, benefits and notes. Huh. I wonder if this list is not complete. Achina. Have I got Achina? Yeah, I have. Have I got Summerland? Yeah. Have I got Fascis? Yes. Okay. Have I got Alioth? Yes. Okay, I've got Shinrata Desra. Founders World, yes. They should update that as Founders World. Okay, so let's have a look. Founders World. Have I got CD43? No, because have I got Crom? Crom? No, I haven't got Crom. So Crom looks like the first one I'll be working on. Okay, so let's go start port services. I'm going to, we'll refuel, and then we'll restock, and then we'll get some tritium on board. So yeah, it's a pretty decent price, 4,300 odds, so it's going to cost me like 1.6 million to fill up, which isn't, it isn't too bad, to be honest. It's not a bad price. So I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do 1 or 2 runs of this, get some tritium on board. I might do this, just this one run. And then we'll work about getting to these places. Now I have been using my fleet carrier actually to jump to some places, but in a live stream it's not worth it because you've got that cooldown. You've got that kind of cooldown system. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of using it in the live stream because of that. Let's get it lined up. We're too low. There we go. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of using it in the live stream. This is going to be fun, navigating to mine. I should have done this through the through the map. Baron von Zumsky, there we go. Lock and super. Ah, he's there. Okay, that's good. Okay, so when I go to these systems, I'm going to pretty much just do whatever's available. So I'm going to find the group and I'm going to do some various bits for them. Hey, good afternoon, Jules. How are you doing? Welcome into the stream, by the way. So yeah, I think I'm going to just drop this Tritium off and just start the permit stuff, because I can always grab some Tritium off stream, can't I? It's a bit boring to watch. But we're going to have a little bit of a look at the new Zumsky layout and everything when we arrive there, so that'd be good. So there is quite a few permits to get, but as I said, I always want to be working towards something. Now the fleet carrier is going to do its first exploration soon. It's going to be a short range exploration, or short-ish. And I'm still not sure whether I'm going to go to the Horsehead Nebula or somewhere else. Now, I think the Horsehead Nebula is actually a good choice because a lot of people find it very difficult to get there because of all the permit lot systems and everything. It can be a bit of a pain in the backside for people. So I thought, well, maybe if I can get the fleet carrier there, it'll take away that headache for some people. And it could be good. So that won't be this weekend though. It'll probably be next week it sets off. But I'll put some information in the Discord and in the squadron as well. So, and I would put it on YouTube if YouTube allowed me to make those comment posts, but I'm not allowed to. So, unfortunately, I guess I'm not as well affiliated with YouTube as I should be, even though I've been posting for and streaming for about 3 or 4 years now. You'd think they would allow me some more kind of things that I can do. Whoa, why am I being into... I've got Tritium, haven't I? I'm going to be honest, mate, I haven't got shields, so I'm not going to give in to the interdiction. I wish I did have shields, because I'd like nothing better than to stop and blow him out the sky. Depending on what he is, I could actually blow him out the sky anyway. These these guns take down ships in seconds. They shred these ships. So it could have been done, I think. But because I've not got any type of shield on, I don't want to risk 26 million rebuy or whatever it is. So I think I'll just fight that interdiction and call it a day on that one. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to drop this Tritium off. We'll have a look at the Zumsky, because it is looking pretty cool now that I've got it done up a little bit. As I said before, thank you to Eric Chile, who made a €20 donation, and then obviously Alazgar, who did a couple of weeks ago, made a €10 donation, so that's good. All this has gone towards this fleet carrier and the game that I'll be showing next week. Hey Alex, how's it going? If you can't stay long, you can't stay long, but it's nice of you to come and say hi. Yeah, so here's the new Zumsky. Or the new looking Zumsky. So we've got the ice white paint job, but I am going to save the rest of my credits or the rest of my arcs for another paint job. So the white paint job, the ice white paint job, is going to be inside the bubble. Okay, and my idea was it's like to represent as that it's a peaceful ship, and you know it's just doing whatever it's doing, so it's doing its business. You know, when it's out in the black, it'll have a different a different paint scheme, and that paint scheme will be revolved around like kind of being visible, if you will. So I've also gone for the podded front, as you can see here. It's very, very 2001. But for what's essentially going to be an exploration fleet carrier, I just think this pod part at the front looks better. There is the one that looks like the Nostromo, but I don't know. I just didn't think it fit. This just feels like something that looks like it's more explorational based and scientific based, if you will. Okay, you can see all the windows there. Landing pads, they are green, as you can see. So rather than the old orange, the landing pads are green, which is pretty cool. So if we just do a spin around here, so you can see they're green. And in actuality, I decided as well to go with green boosters, because green's my favorite color. So I decided to go with green boosters as well, because I just, again, there's something just, you know, being out in the black, alien-y color. I just thought it'd be cool. So I didn't go for a different color. And then I think it's Byron is my fleet carrier air traffic control. So yeah, that's the new look Zoomski, and that'll be how it is. But as I said, when we're in the black, the colours will actually become much more brighter and maybe more sickly, if you will. The idea is that a small ship could spot it further away. I mean, it's just an idea, you know what I'm like. But yeah, that was the thinking behind it. But yeah, I do like this one. I just think it looks a little bit better for an exploration ship. So always requesting Tritium donations. So if anybody's ever just around, it's not in Aquilano at the moment. I'm actually going to jump it back in a moment. So if you're in and around Aquilano and you've got a couple of Tritium on board, feel free to drop it off, just as a donation towards the fleet carrier. That would be very, very welcome. So say if you don't want to give me a donation in reality, you can always give me a donation in the game by donating a bit of Tritium. So normally I need a little bit. I mean, I don't mind going and buying it, as I've just done now, and putting it into putting it in. But there's always a little bit needed here and there. I didn't look at what I was donating before. Crapola. Don't know how much I donated then. Because I wanted to know how much I'd used on my last jump. But it's okay. Doesn't matter. Right, okay, so let's we're gonna have to go inside, because I'm gonna need to just change a couple of little bits around on the ship, so that what it needs to be now is it needs to be kind of multi-functional. So we're gonna have to have it in a situation if somebody needs killing, obviously, and we're also gonna need it if something needs taking. Mining, don't know, might have to have my mining ship sent over to the system if they need mining. But I don't know if because I'm not great at mining, but I am going to do a live stream at some point of deep core mining, because I really haven't tried deep core properly. Still haven't to this day. So that's something I want to actually try to get used to, because it's about, I think it's the last thing that I need to do. Ship. Okay, so the ship is going to have more things added to it before the trip, so it will have things added to it. Things will sometimes get closed down and set back up depending. Don't need that. I need that one. Where's my? Oh, don't say this has just stopped working. Come on, don't give me that. I need to get out of that. I don't know why, but my joypad has just decided to stop functioning with the game. Okay, that's it. So I'm just gonna undo it and plug it back in again. Hopefully that's gonna, yeah, that's fixed it. Okay, that's fixed it. Thank God. Well, it looks very nice, Jules, and to be honest with you, it feels like the fair way of doing it as well, which is one of the reasons why I really wanted to get into it. Why is it stopping there? That is really strange. It's stopping when I select the fleet, the outfitting. It's disabling my joypad. I don't know why on earth it would do that. So we need to transfer the shields over. So I'm guessing that they're at the bottom. By shield generator. Okay, and then I'm just gonna check a couple of little things. I think I took out some kind of shield stuff. Wait, not store, transfer. I need to know what it is I took out. No, I didn't. Oh, I thought I took out some shield stuff. I wasn't that stupid that night. Okay. Right, okay, so, no, we are pretty much set to go. It's acting like we're a bit overpowered. Why is it resetting the joystick? That makes zero sense. Right, okay, well, it is what it is. Let's just check why. We're only at 99% usage, we're not over, but let's see. So that can be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That can be 2. Actually, don't even need that turned on. That's where we're going to save. We're going to save ourselves. Okay, so we are going to plot a route now. Let's go into the guns. And we are going to Crom. No, we're not going to Crom. Crom. We're not going to Crom because that's the actual system. So, let's see where we can go. Okay, yeah, I think we should go there. 69 G dot. Should find it with that. Oh, a little bit out there. It's a little bit outside the bubble. We might need a fleet carrier jump if we're going there. I've never been there before. 1 second. Let's see. 401. Yeah, that's going to be way too many jumps. I'm thinking maybe 25. Oh, 15. Hey, Joe Soap. How's it going, Joe Soap? Well, good to see you. Right. Alright, I'm going to have that as the backup. Right? Why has my joypad stopped working again? Piece of filth. You filthy animal. Right, let me just plug this into a different section. Actually. No, I can't unplug anything else. Yes, can unplug that. Don't need that plugged in. Right, okay. See if that works. Let's try this one. Just see if it's closer. Bim. Oh, that's outside the bubble as well. Looks like these all might be in the same system, so in the same area. So I'm just gonna. Well, no. That one is in the bubble. Okay, we're off here. Okay, we're off here, and we're gonna find out who this group is, and we'll work with them. So you just missed out on the unveiling of the new fleet carrier there, Joe, but never mind. You'll get to see it many, many times over in the future. It's got the ice white paint job. I've gone for the kind of the bulbous front. Well, right. I think my joystick is now not responding. Yeah, my joystick is now not responding. What the hell is going on with my computer today? Right. I'm going to have to restart the game, people. No, it won't let me. This is only 10 seconds. I don't know what's wrong with my computer today. It can't be my computer. It must be Elite. But I don't know why Elite's having a problem dealing with it. I really don't. Actually, I'll plug this back into the top part now. I'll just check to make sure that I can't do this part. Let me just check. Resume. No, definitely. It started ignoring my joystick now. So let me exit. Quit to desktop and then we'll try it again. What have you done, Joe? This isn't the first time you've come into the stream, said hello, and then it stops working. You do realise that? You are aware that when you come into the stream and say hello, things happen. Things happen. And you know what? It hasn't even reloaded the launcher. That is strange. Maybe that's what it was. You know when I was closing stuff down before? Maybe I closed the launcher down by accident. There's a slight possibility that I would have done that. Okay. I know. Don't know what the deal is. But another launcher's not coming back. now the launcher is not coming back. Do you know what, Joe? I'm not going to blame it on you. I'm not going to blame it on you. You know what it might be? Just put a stop on this. It might be that I tried to shut Steam down before and then didn't. I have to do some of the old. Okay, now it's back. Now it's back. Now I'm trying to bloody shut Steam down. Right, okay. So the launch is back. Steam doesn't look like it's trying to close down. Alright, let's see if we can get the game back. Okay. But that's not the first time that it's done it. Joe. It's not the first time, Joe. Not the first time. Right. Yeah, okay, game's back now. Okay, good stuff. Question is it back in OBS? Yes, it is. Okay, good stuff. Right. Righty-ho. Hope to God the joystick works, because I don't know where I'm going to go if I can't. If the joysticks aren't working. Because I haven't got any other setup printed in, so I haven't even got it on like the joypad for emergencies. Connect to private group. It has been acting strange today though, because I know that it hasn't given this account the rights to the squadron, which I passed over the other day, and yep, this isn't working for some reason. Did I didn't unplug the wrong one. It's no good. Right, let me just check in options, controls, custom. Okay, so it's nothing to do with that. The flight sticks are plugged in. Just give me 1 second. Just making sure that everything is where it's supposed to be. Okay, so that is that one. Right, okay. That's at least that's saying that it's been unplugged. Right, let's try again. Yay, it's up and running now. And the joypad's working. Okay, so we're off. I'll have to replot the route again now. Can you remember its name? Baron... Oh, it's okay, it's gonna go. Okay. So let's get this going. So I'm guessing it's about 3 jumps. Whoa, my maths is off today. Oh yeah, I didn't show you my kit. Oh well. You'll have to look it up. You can see it when I come back. Let's get everything to engines actually. We don't need it on systems at the moment. Okay, so first jump of 3. We're going to go into Explorer mode. We don't want it in heatsink. It's gonna... Okay, there we go. Cool. Don't even know what I've got my heatsink set to actually. At the moment, I've forgotten. Completely forgotten. I'm telling you, there's something weird about this coffee cup. It tastes weird and it feels weird. It's probably just covered in Corona. Oh, nice, 30 bodies. I know, that's what I'm thinking. I'm not lifting it up to show you today, Joe. That's the thing. Jinx, 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 jinx. And I think there was not only that, I think there was one time when you came in, said hello, and the computer just shut down. Completely. So yeah, I'm not lifting anything up. As we would say in Yorkshire, I'm not lifting now up, mate. Not lifting now up. Yo no toca nada. That's more like, actually I don't touch anything, but I can't remember how you say lift up. Okay, next jump. So when I do go on the exploration, I will be putting universal cartographies on the fleet carrier, of course, so people who are flying to that location, if they want to come with the carrier, they want to follow the carrier, which I'll probably do in my ship, just to get a little bit of my name on a few places, maybe. To see. So, Crom, they have a rare commodity at Charles Survey, apparently, Crom silverfish, but unfortunately, you cannot put rare commodities on your fleet carrier or in the market, which is unfortunate. So, oh, do you know what I didn't check? Yeah, I didn't fucking check that, did I? Can't go here because it only has small landing pads. Okay, so we can't go here. Let's check another one. But that's all part and parcel of the game. Herthe. Okay. Herthe. Ah, which is only one jump over. So that shouldn't be a big issue. Have any details? 21.5 million, so it might not have a station again. Imagine if I'd have done that 15 jumps and there'd been no station. Hey Malcolm, saw you on earlier, saw you logging off. How are you doing? So yeah, I'll be showing off F1 2020, Malcolm, on Tuesday. I think it is. I know you like those type of games, but that'll be a stream I'm doing. Don't know where that's from. Right, so we'll scan this place, see what we've got in here. Okay, this looks a bit better actually, because there's conflict zones in here. So yeah, we have Walheim Enterprise. So let's go to Walheim Enterprise, and if we have conflict zones, that's good as well. And it's only 600 light seconds off the drop, which isn't bad. Which completed missions? You have. Oh, it's getting a bit hot, like. You might notice the big R2-D2 in the background. It's my fan for when it's getting too hot. We've had some days here which are ridiculously hot. So yesterday was really, really nice. We'd had huge thunderstorms the night before. I love thunderstorms. Huge thunderstorms the night before. One strike hit the house over the road actually, which was pretty loud. And so yesterday it was really, really cool. So but that's always bad, because the next day when the heat comes back, it's worse than when it was hot. You kind of acclimatise to it when it's hot. Yeah, and then it comes back and it's too hot to handle sometimes. Oh, we're on the other side of the planet. So yeah, so the streaming's been a bit over this week, and next week I think I'm going to find a few days next week, because I'm kind of into a working schedule a little bit now. I'm trying to hold back any drinking, because I really need to kind of be with a working brain on, not a holiday brain on. So we can actually pump this up a little bit, can't we? Okay. So yeah, so I'm gonna try not to drink so much during the weeks and stuff. I'm not drinking any more of that coffee. There's definitely something about it. So I'm guessing the entrance is... The hell is the entrance? There. Okay. You can tell by the way the station rotates, but I think for me it's not always easy, but I'm guessing it's around this side. There we go. We can see the patrols, so that's all right. So I'm gonna just try and line her up a little bit. Hang on a minute. Ah, there she is. Idiot. Don't think I was looking properly there. So yeah, I know I haven't requested docking. Thanks for reminding me. Just gonna line her up first, and then try and request docking. Cheers, love. Will do. Now I could actually try and land it. I haven't landed in ages, but I could do it because I've got the shields on now. So these shields you can smack right into the side of the station, and it won't. Oh, why is she turning me around? Yeah, telling me. Yes, Jules, I did see one. I did see one the other week. If anybody was in the stream the other week, I was saying there are tritium missions out there, and they pay really well. I got one a while ago. It was less than what you got. It was a really small amount, but the payment was, I think, like 12 million euros or something. 12 million euros, 12 million credits, euros. And people would say, no, I don't think there are tritium missions. And I was like, there are. But you know when you've been drinking a lot and you don't always know whether what you're thinking is true or not. Right, so let's have a look. So we have got a passenger lounge here, which is good, because we could bring over some passenger stuff. And have a look at some of them. That could be interesting. You know what? Do you know a really interesting part is that these ones, these really long missions now could be done in theory with a fleet carrier, because you get like 3-week COD to do them. So this is really interesting. Taking maybe one of these missions with you. Yes. It's something I've been thinking about recently, and it's a shame in some of them, like this one. This one's only 11,000 light years. So what's that? 22 jumps or something? And you have how long? 3 weeks to do it. I mean, if you know, it's not too bad. I mean, but 11,000, you could do that in no time actually in a ship. But it's a shame that they can't give like more modified embedded firmware. I don't know why they've capped it at 5. It seems to be the cap is always 5, which is a bit sad. Okay, so we are looking for Crom Silver Boys, which is this group here. So I do have a permit acquisition opportunity apparently, but I need to rank up a bit more. So I don't know if I've tried working on that before. So we've got massacre ships. Don't truly want to do that, but it does look like it's what they want me to do. So unfortunately, don't know what a war acquisition contract is actually. So yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to do some combat for them. So I've got to go through it and hope to God that they have some small ones like this one. So 15 Minutemen ships, that's not too bad. It's a shame I haven't worked more on stuff like stealing, because I haven't done it yet. That's 40 ships. Oh, it's going to be a fun one to unlock. 64 ships, that's nice. Yeah, another 64 ships. 16 ships, okay. So I might actually pick that one as well. And the only thing is, look, you can't get rep on these. You can't get rep on them. Surface hunt, I don't know about those ones. That's a good rep on that one as well. Yeah, that one's got a lot of rep, but it's 64 ships. God knows how long that would take. That's got good reputation. That's only 40. But I've picked one with a really bad reputation, actually. Oh no, it's a 3 reputation. That's not bad. I will give this one a go. We'll give this one a go. I don't mind. So this is the only group we're helping here. So it's the only thing we are helping. Now, I'm sure they've got the Crom Silver boys. They do have some passenger missions, so I am going to have a look at getting some stuff sent over. So I'm going to bring in my passenger cabin so I can kind of work on different things. Okay, so I'll bring over my a 6 one, I think. Yeah, I think it'll be a 6. Yeah, I think that should be enough. Just so I can mix them up when I get bored of combat, I can then go do that. Now, there is a lot of conflict zones here. And I need to work out, somebody might be able to help me. Malcolm, you can probably help me, actually. Is there a way of finding out if 2 factions are in combat, or which 2 factions are in combat? Is this going to require me using Inner or something? Because I haven't... Right, stored modules. So, it takes 17 minutes. That's fine. That's probably about as long as... so shield boosters. Yeah, I don't think I've got a load of... I'll check. But I might not have a load of shield boosters on my thing. So let's go down to 6 and 7 and see what we've got. First class passenger, that has 12, so we'll get that sent over, and that should be fine. That should be fine for this one. Okay. Let's see if influence happy. Is engaged in conflict with the Minutemen. Okay, so I know that they're engaged in conflict. So any of the conflict zones should have that in. So I'm just, because I haven't played in a few days, I'm going to go into a low conflict zone. We've got 2 of them here, which is nice. It means you can jump between them, so your kills should be pretty good. Okay, so we shall auto launch. And we'll go into combat mode. And I need to switch these buttons over because I've accidentally put them in the wrong configuration, which means quite often in combat when I'm trying to select next target, I'm actually spooling through my things. I should be able to get used to it, but maybe I don't. We'll see. I didn't know you can scan ships from inside, which is pretty cool because that means I might be able to get some scans at some point doing that. So yeah, I'm not unhappy at having to do these permits because there's plenty of them, and yeah, I feel like I really want to get them unlocked on this account. So I think normally as you cruise into the conflict zone, it normally asks which side you want to fight on, if I remember, and then you just choose it. So hopefully I won't get the wrong one. I'm fighting the Minutemen. I know that much. It is the Minutemen I'm fighting, isn't it? Yeah, Masker Minutemen ship. So I'm fighting for the other side. Crom Silver boys, that's it. Yeah. Okay, so we know it's a good conflict zone, and 16 in a conflict zone isn't too bad. I think even 16 conflict zones probably doesn't take forever. Especially a low intensity conflict zone. You could probably shred them pretty fast, and it all goes towards your combat. So this is why I'm going in the low conflict intensity zone, is because it's a kind of faster way to just get it done. I don't want to be, if I wanted a challenge, I'd go after a pirate or something, like an elite pirate or something like that, and me and Joe would get shredded. So so yeah. I really wish there was a. Hopefully, with the new code upgrade, you might be able to do it. But I really wish there was a website that could tell you where certain missions get generated and where certain rewards get generated. That would be really nice. I know if you go to certain places, there's more chance of certain rewards being generated, but it's not an exact science, unfortunately. But to be fair, Joe, you were in an unengineered ship. I mean, I wasn't taking the I wasn't taking the piss there. Against elite, it's always going to be. It's hard in this ship, and I've already forgotten what the buttons are. I need to get it switched around because I wouldn't have the confusion if I get it switched around. So there's a ton of permits, to be honest with you. This is the first of many, and lots of them unlocked on the other account, but not on this one. The other account, I haven't transferred all the money over yet, but it's getting there. Just it requires a bit of dilly-dallying about, so it's not always easy to do, but okay, so we are entering conflict zone. Okay, so that's my. Okay, so this should be my. Right, okay. So I am fighting for Crom Silver Boys. Okay, so there's my first target, Federal Navy ship. Yeah, I know. Right, he's dead. Next one. Ah, damn it, I've gone through the wrong bloody thing again. Aye, escaped. Oh, don't run. Don't run. Please don't run, because I can't handle it when they run. When I say I can't handle it, it's that my ship doesn't, the boost capacity just doesn't keep up. Ah. He's dead. Okay, get on to the next one. I've just heard somebody drop in, so that could be special ops. I haven't heard the special ops thing yet. He's down. Saw this guy here as well. Looks not. There we go. he's down. Seem to have a guy behind me. I think it's this guy, but I can't see him now. No, it's not. No, it's not. Right, let's have a look. Got some guys dead on front. Maybe a bit too far away, actually. Let's try another one. Okay. Go after this guy. Come on, boosty. Didn't realise that I had my setup a bit weird there. Right, okay. I see. Don't you fucking dare. Oh, he's dead anyway. Okay. Right, that's alright. Nearest target. I've forgotten how you do nearest target now. Well, we'll go after these anyway. Ah! Trying to do a Malcolm there. Didn't get him. Where's he gone? Tried to do a Malcolm there and kind of bump him. Is he down or is he going down? No, he's only 80. I don't know if he tried to bump me then. Right, he's down. Okay. Got a guy firing at me semi-close by. Don't know where he is, but, well, there's a guy there. He's trying to get away. There you go, he's done. Here's one. Now I'm getting a little bit better these days with the old combat. I feel a lot more comfortable reading kind of like how far away they are, whether I should be accelerating, decelerating, whether I should be trying to. Some of them are just like that one there, just far too nimble at points. Don't want them to retreat, I want to keep attacking them. That's what we want. No. Get him. If he's got his frame shift going, we need to get him. Get him. I can't. Once he's frame shifting, I can't chase him, unfortunately. We have got a ship here, apparently. Ah, they've all jumped out. Okay. Right, let's see how well we did there then. So Minutemen ships 16, and we have destroyed half of them, which is 8. So that's actually not too bad. And there is a low conflict zone right next to us. So we can lock and super cruise onto that one. Well, we can lock on it. We can't super cruise because I've got my hard points down. But we can low wake into this conflict zone, so it's pretty good. Could stay around and pick up some scraps, but it's not the most important part at the moment. Would have been nice to get a bit more than 8. Let's have a look at the multi-cannons. They're about half full, so yeah, each conflict probably cost me about a half. Sorry, each fight probably cost me about half of my stuff. So I don't know what the recharge rate is on stuff like that. I think most people just return to stations, don't they? Now I haven't tested this without shields in a low conflict zone, without systems in a low conflict zone. I don't know if you absolute turd on a stick, you. I think I got him just before he got his frame shift off. Where's the next one? There we go. He's here. Oh, I'm shredding the poor bastard here, aren't I? I am going to have to... He's dead. Okay, let's get this dude, because he's in my vicinity as well. Whoop! That was a nice explosion, that, right in front of the ship. Don't know if I was doing it the wrong way there. See, he's trying to boost away there, so I'm just trying to... I know his engines are probably better than mine, so you've got to hope that you can keep them in check. Woof! He had a good boost. Wait. He's down. I think this guy's the closest. Oh, it's only a little eagle. I was like, he's got some maneuverabilities 'cause it's an eagle. Right, come around on this guy. Use my boost at the wrong time there, I think. He's boosting away now. Don't want him to boost away. Come back. Let's put them in reverse. I think I clipped him. You ain't frame shifting nowhere. Right, so I've just beaten the mission, so I'm going to fly out. I don't need to stick around for the... Oh, well, actually, no. If I stick around, you get the reputation, I think, for the... So the battle one. Okay, alright. So let's put our... Yep. Okay, so that wasn't a whole load of time to do that. I'm guessing I completed it because it said there was... Yeah. So we can get a rep on this, which is good. So I just need to find the... Well, him. That wasn't so bad, was it? Bit of fun. I didn't time it though, that was the thing. Yeah. Let's see what my OBS is saying. I've been live for 1 hour and 15, so probably took me 45 minutes to get here and get the mission. So I'm guessing that took maybe just under 30 minutes, maybe. I'll have to try and time it if I do another one. I think I'm gonna have to pull my my fan on. It's getting a bit sticky in here now. Oh, the ride back's a bit slow. Never mind. Can't believe it's been 1.5 hours or hour and whatever streaming already. Time just flies, especially combat streams. complete opposite of exploration streams. I feel like 6 days for 3 hours. It's really strange how it just passes so fast in the combat ones. There's times when I'm dying to go to bed and I'm like, no, but I just want to complete this part. And these combat streams, they can get a bit competitive, I think is the correct word. Okay. So I haven't gone back to The Last of Us yet. I'm just not feeling it. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I want to complete it because I've only got a part of the story done and I really don't know where it's going to take me. But all these ratings of 10 out of 10, I don't care if you're left, right, in the middle, up, down, whatever colour your skin is, whatever your gender your skin is. I'm not interested in that argument. The game is not as good as the first one, and I don't care how many people try and tell me it. It's just not. It doesn't even have half the pull of the first one. I'm not saying it's bad, because I've enjoyed it, but there's nothing that's pulling me back to it. Where are we? Must be right on the other side if it's... No, it's not. Let me see. Ah, it's here. So, yeah. So, oh, is it there? I'm going to spend half an hour trying to find the mail slot now. I'm just not buying all these 0 out of 10 reviews and 10 out of 10 reviews. I'm just not buying any of them. It's certainly not a 0 out of 10. But it is definitely nowhere near a 10 out of 10. When I first loaded up, for example, Red Dead Redemption, I think I completed it in about 3 sittings. I had no intention of turning it off. I was playing till all hours of the morning. I seem to remember with Grand Theft Auto 5, it was very, very similar. You know, you just cannot put it down. But this game, you can certainly put it down when you want to put it down and go away from it. And I remember the first Last of Us as well. The only time I put down the first Last of Us game was when the zombie parts, not the killing the humans, it was when the zombie parts got too intense. I'd sometimes have to take like an hour off or whatever, so let my pulse return to its normal rate. Not really feeling that with this one, and that really want and need to boot your system back up. It's just not there at all. But the good news is Ubisoft have got a big games thing coming on the 12th, I think, 12th of July, which will be a week tomorrow, as I clip about everything I can going through the cheese grater there. So that's going to be good. Lots of games are probably going to get shown on there. Watch Dogs Legions, things like that. Watch Dogs Legion seems not a huge fan of the Watch Dogs series. I did like the first one. The second one I wasn't too bothered about. And we'll see what other tricks they've got up their sleeve. They build great worlds over there in Ubisoft. They really do. Right, okay, so more Minutemen massacres at the moment. So I don't really want to do a massive... Look at that. How many do you have to kill? 24. 24. That's winged. Get modified embedded firmware, actually. That's 40. Okay. That is 32. Sod 32 and 32 and 30. I'd rather go for the 40 and get nearly double the price. Oh, that's the Chrome Silver Boys anyway. Okay, so we've got an internal report delivery which I could do. It gives us 2 rep. So, and we could do rare artwork salvage. So yeah, I'm definitely going to take these ones. I'm glad they've... oh no, because that's not... The stumbling troop. No, that's controlling faction. Dagnammit, look at that. That's the type of missions you want. A little bit of everything. Oh, these people just want death. Death and death. But I don't mind. I can do a passenger mission. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into outfitting. We're going to mix it up a little bit so I don't get too bored doing the same old. Just going to have to boost my Internet Explorer because it's talk of a second lockdown here. I don't know if it's in Spain. I've got a friend messaging me. My friend always messages me like things where they're not always right, so I'm gonna have to double check it. But I hope there isn't a second lockdown in Spain. That'd be a fucking pain in the backside. Right. So. Right, we want the buy with. Okay, so it's that. We'll be swapping with. Nope. Do we have to store it? And then transfer first class passenger cabin. Okay. Actually, no. No. Oh, well, we'll do it on this one. Right, so we're going to store that one. Store the cargo rack. And we're going to bring back. Because if somebody interdicts us, we want to be able to fight them and blow them out the sky. Transfer. By way of shield generator. So we need that. Oh yeah. So uncheck the utility mounts. So shield booster, shield booster, shield booster, shield booster. And then a heatsink launch at the end. Okay, I can take that frame shift weight. It's got out for shield booster as well if I so wanted to. Okay, let's go back to start post services. Okay, so let me just check this on my. Just want to check my news because I really don't want talk of a fucking second lockdown of coronavirus. Jesus. Freaking I went out in the town last night and it's just, I mean, just everybody was out. Everybody. It's I mean, most people. Okay, we've got this one. Okay, no, we need to do it for the Chrome Silver boys. Okay, so let me just double check. Right, so these aren't too bad. So that one is 2 stops and massive reputation, and it's only 150 light years in total. That one doesn't give any rep. This gives 3 biotech conductors with a rarity grade 5 as well, but it only gives 1 reputation. So we're going to go for the massive reputation. So we're going to pick a cabin. I'm going to accept that one. Okay, now let's just check on the mission itself. So he's a chief medical officer. Oh crap, have I just taken for the mug? Are you kidding me? People, please read your missions. It's not for the mug. Don't tell me it's for the mug. Hopefully it's not for the mug. If it's for the mug, I'm going to be upset. Right, okay, we've got bounties there, and we've got combat bonds as well. Okay, that's over £1 million, so that's not bad. Let's hope. Okay, so Chrome Silver Boys, just make sure. Chrome Silver Boys, yeah, okay. Right, so let's set up the first one. Oh, I did want to check what his. Come on, Swifty. Let's unfazed by hull damage. Okay, we won't get hull damage, which is good. Time sensitive. Okay, passenger light to which is sought, and he's law abiding, so won't be doing anything illegal. Okay, good stuff. Let's set this going then. So if nobody wants him, probably not going to have any interdictions of any type. Right, where's this fucking first one? It's going to be inside the bubble, isn't it? But I can't see it anywhere. It's not the lower part. Why is it not showing up? Ah, there it is. Okay. It's hidden. So this looks like it's going to be about 5 jumps, maybe. 4 jumps. Okay, so I'll auto-launch that. Okay, just while it's auto-launching. Need in rest of says you can't under lockdown again. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? From midday Saturday. Yeah, we've got a second lockdown in Spain. No, second lockdown in our area. Now this was an area that was brought out too quickly, so they were brought out of quarantine nearly 2 weeks early due to pressure, which I knew was a mistake. Barcelona will be the same. Jeez Louise. He's saying it's a difficult decision, but I'm telling you, if they have to go into lockdown for another 4, like let's say another month, right? If they hadn't have brought them out, they'd have only had to wait a week and a half. Our politicians are not right. They don't think correctly. They feel to me like they just sit there gambling. I wouldn't have bowed to the pressure. Hey Malcolm, how old are you today then, Malcolm? 21, 62? I don't know. 5? Just a low-voiced Scottish child. Our politicians are complete and utter numpties. Complete and utter numpties. It's going to be more expensive to go back into a lockdown. It's going to be more expensive to go into another lockdown. Way more. For everybody. 53. Well, congratulations. The real celebration's 69, isn't it? Apparently. I wouldn't know anything about that. Let's change D-scanner. Yeah, okay. Good, good. Any ideas for celebration? Just chilling with a bottle of rosé or something? I don't know. Still alive. At 53, I bloody hope so. Right, here we go. And this might prove what... I'm just looking at news in the background. I know everybody comes into games and stuff to try and get away from COVID and stuff. And I totally understand. But there's things I've been saying which I was hoping would kind of prove true later on. We've just got a news report from Barcelona. Research led by the University of Barcelona shows COVID-19 in Catalonia a year before the first confirmed case. It would indicate that the virus was present long before any other COVID-19 case was discovered. Doesn't mean it came from Spain. It means, and it says they've got it's been shown that there were large amounts of the coronavirus genome in feces, which subsequently reached wastewater. So, yeah. It's been around for ages. That's what I was thinking. I think I had it in December, and I think I know other people have had it last year as well. Honey JD. Oh yeah, I actually tried that once. Tried JD from the barrel once as well, but it wasn't great. But yeah, I can imagine it's quite nice. Drambuie. Drambuie. Woohoo! Don't know if you ever saw that episode of Bottom. Yeah, alright. Okay, first system we're stopping in is Riot. Drum spewy. Yeah. I haven't got a big stomach for those sweeter tasting things. I can have like one Bailey's, quite nice, but I couldn't have a one small Bailey's. I couldn't drink a big one. I know people who'll sit and drink a bottle of the stuff. Right, okay. So I think we're going to reart reclaimed if I remember rightly, but I'm just going to check the transaction menu. But I'm supposing it's reart reclaimed. Yeah, okay. And then one for the mug. But I don't think, luckily, we have to go for the mug. So reart reclaimed is here. So we'll set that as the next destination. We'll navigate our way around the sun. So we don't even have to scan a nav beacon for this one, which is good. So it looks like this is on the inner orbit line here. So I'm probably just going to try and swing her around slightly so I don't get too pulled in. Now it doesn't look a very nice planet. But it's alright. I remember the first time I visited one of these volcanic planets, I absolutely loved it. Now it's standard, but back then it was a wonder to behold. I remember. There's actually some better ones that look better than this. This one looks a bit cooler than the others. There are some which looks pretty damn good. So my selected target is B. Okay. I have to remind myself. If you're new in and you haven't been in the stream before, come by, say hello in the chat. That's what it's there for. You're more than welcome. Hey, let's go. Well, we didn't get independence. And technically, wasn't it the opposite way around for any native Indians? It would have been completely the opposite way around. That was like happy, how would you say, happy lockup day? Happy theft of your land day. Don't worry, I'm not being lefty, I'm just messing about. Right, okay, so, there it is, hidden again. Alpha Centauri. Okay. Not Sol? It's not Sol I'm going to, is it? No. Here we go. It is unrealistic. Right, let's spin her around. There we go. Alpha Centauri. So it's not Hutton, thank God. Alright. So off we go. Sucks to be you day. I can't afford another lockdown if it comes. I really can't. Not if it's being done under the current situation. They're going to have to, the governments, I don't know about other countries, the governments here in Spain are definitely going to have to put some things in place to help people in this time, because there's certain things at the moment. For example, I've got enough income coming in at the moment to cover food and rent, and haven't really got enough for anything else. And this is like going back 3 months now. So I'm kind of, what I've been trying to do is I've said to my landlord, like, oh, I'll pay rent 1 month and then I can use the rent the other months to pay for my bills, and then just so that each party gets something. But can't go on for a long time, because it's going to get to a point where I don't know how you would do it in Spain. I'd just have to say that I was bankrupt and get it written off, but then I don't know what you do after that. Huesca's gone into lockdown. This is not very good news. Huesca's gone into lockdown. Yeah, we'll have to see. testing, 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 testing. That's what they need to start doing in Spain. A bit more testing, because the sooner we know who's had it, the sooner we know who could just go back to work and get on with it. But the companies here are just trying to rip people off, even who are working. So they're like, "Oh, you're working, but we can't quite pay you as much because we haven't got as much money coming in." You know why these things are starting to kick off again is because all the stuff in the street, I'm 100% that when I go out in the street, I'm not going to catch it in the street, or even when I go shopping, because I've got a mask, gloves, covered in alcohol, not the good stuff, but covered in alcohol. You know, the chance of catching it is so low. What it is that when you're in your house with other people, which is completely allowed, there's no rules. So what you've got is families all coming back together inside their own house. So there'll be a lot of hugging and kissing and whatnot going on, and they've just got to. Yeah, it's a shit situation, Malcolm. I mean, if you were getting 80%, I'm guessing that's off the government. Why on earth were you still working? Were you getting paid the extra 20%, or was your job taking the piss? Because I don't think you should have been working if you were getting the full 80%. And that's the problem. My boss wants me to work because she has to pay like a fee to get this money for her workers, and she said that with me she would have to pay it again, and she didn't want to do that, so she'd rather give me work to do, which is a bit shitty in my opinion, but it is what it is. I'd rather take the 70%, because the way they've worked it out, I would only be 40% less off than I would be doing all these hours. So I basically get paid 40 quid for 10 hours a week. 40 quid a month for 10 hours a week. That's what it comes out as. Just ridiculous. It's like £1 an hour or something. For the mug, there we go. Okay. Why are there, see this? Your mother? Why are there... Number one, this is Alpha Centauri, which is a big system. So why are that Deep Carb Daddy? I mean, these are people's fleet carriers. Why are they parked here? And I'm guessing that means it's decommissioned, or it's in the process of decommissioning or something. And rightfully so, with the name Your Mother, because I'm guessing the person just bought it for the sake of buying it. I think we're going to see that a lot more often. So look here, this is 0.21 light seconds, so it's a short trip over for the mug. So you're doing, just so I can get it correct, Malcolm, you're doing 80% of your hours, yeah? And you're getting paid for those 80%. What I'm trying to get at is, because there's a lot of companies who are, a lot of companies who are saying, no, we're going to furlough you for your 80%, but then they're asking people to work, which is obviously not allowed. And that's kind of happening here as well. So it's oh, you got paid sick leave for that? Wow, that's alright. This taste from my coffee is really... Can they do that, Malcolm? I know you're saying the company had failed, but at the end of the day, it's what you pay is... I mean, it's what you... Oh, hang on. It's another jump. Is it another jump, or... What's... Oh, it is for the mug. It is. It's not. Oh, it is Hutton Orbital. Ah, it's Hutton Orbital. Never been there. I've never been to Hutton Orbital, so we're doing it. Wow. Wow. Well, at least they asked you to sign a new contract. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's just a really, really shitty situation. The problem is I can't. In the sector I work in, my job's kind of like. I don't know how you'd put it. It's a higher rated job than some. So look, Spain puts 200,000 people back into lockdown. The big problem with our system here, the huge problem is the social system that's been put in place to pay people who aren't working is manned by very, very few people. What's I know, Malcolm, this is something that the governments are going to have to, exactly, the governments are going to have to. So why isn't the price of electricity going down? More people are using it, isn't it? Isn't that supply and demand how it works? If you've got the supply and loads of people are using it, the price would come down. But not yet. None of my bills are 8%, and same here. I'm getting. What am I getting when it comes down to it? At the moment, I am actually roughly around 80% of my pay. I am just hitting it. Before, I was on 55% of my pay. I mean, which is so different. It's not a small difference. This is not a small difference when you're on half pay, especially when you're on a job that is as low paid as mine. I mean, when you're looking at your income and you're going, right, I can pay the rent, and then I've got food money. It's just, and I don't know. They have said here that during a certain period you couldn't be evicted, but it doesn't mean you can't be evicted after that period's over. And even if we get through this, even if, for example, my landlord or the electricity company or whatever say, yeah, pay us when you can or pay us within the next year, when we go back to normal, you have this huge debt over you, which is not going to change the economical situation, because even though I might have twice the money coming in, I'm going to have twice the outgoings. So it's not going to fix it. It's a real issue. It's a real issue going forward. And how people in the US are dealing with it at the moment, people who just didn't have a job or had very few hours, who've been furloughed or whatever they call it over there, I don't know. Oh, and then actually here in Spain, they're putting towns in lockdown, not the place. Now, this is something I was saying before as well. See, this is why I should be in government and not these fucking numbnuts. I've been saying this since day one. I said that what we should actually do is have the lockdown period, and then when the lockdown period gets decreased, that your town would be in lockdown, not you in your house. So as it opens up, you can open up your town, so people who work in the town can go back to work and you can go shopping in your shops, but you can't go out of your town. And I think this would help. It would mean that money is being spent in the town and has been made in the town, and it might actually help the town a little bit economically, but you're not going to be limited to just sitting in your house. And that's when the cases get to a certain level. I was saying this about 4 months ago. And when they just opened everything back up and it was like, oh, you can travel to Barcelona now, I was like, this does not make sense at all. But apparently they're saying now that they're doing it this way. But if they'd have done it from this way in the beginning, people wouldn't have been going stir crazy in their house for so long. We're going to have to see how we all get through this. Like I said, I think I had it last December. I really do. And with this new data saying that it's been around here for over a year, I had it in December, and I think a lot of other people had it. I think there's no doubt there. Okay, so we're 0.20 light years now. It says 2 hours 22 minutes, but we know it travels much faster than that. I think somebody said before it was 40 minutes to get to 40 minutes to get to Hutton. I've done longer. I'm going to be honest with you. I've done longer on an exploration stream. I think I've done longer. I mean, in England, it's quite scary. The fact that pubs are basically just opening. I know they've got social distancing. The culture in England between England and Spain is really different. Here, our bars are made to be outside. They're not made to be inside. Normally, the bar inside is really, really small, and then there's a huge space outside for you to sit. Obviously, because the weather's better here. Whereas in the UK, it's more there's a small space outside to sit, and then the pub's made to be bigger on the inside, and I actually think that Spanish people drink more. How do you put it? Spanish people drink more socially, and by social I mean they don't get blackout drunk. So they behave themselves better, whereas British people or other people in the UK tend to get flat out drunk a lot, and once that goes out the window, then all normality goes out the window. Because you can't. I'm sorry, but when you're flat out drunk or blackout drunk, you don't make proper decisions. You tend to actually fight things when you're in that situation. So yeah. Oh, your mum had the flu at Christmas as well. I mean, flu at Christmas is not unknown, but the flu I had put me out for 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks I was on the sofa. It was painful to get to the bathroom, and I live in a one-bedroom flat with a short hallway. It used to take me about 5 minutes to get from the sofa to the bathroom. Yeah, didn't eat a lot, ate very little over that period. Did drink a little bit. I had a few whiskies, keep me going. Worst headaches of my life during the night. So I'd wake up in the night with the worst headaches I've ever had. And when I mean headaches because I think some people get some things mixed up. Because I get migraines every now and again, something to do with the pressure. So in low pressure, I get migraines. And migraines are debilitating. I mean, but it's a different thing. With a migraine, it's a pain. It's like almost like somebody sticking a metal rod in your eye and kind of doing this. I mean, that's the closest thing I can think of how to explain how a migraine feels. But headache obviously is your whole head just feels like almost like it's expanding, you know. And I'd wake up in the middle of the night with skull crushing headaches as well. It really did feel like my brain was kind of being pushed out of my skull. It was horrible. But at that point we didn't think nobody thought COVID-19 was around. Everybody thought it was in China, so nobody was being tested or looked at for it or anything. Also, I had a few friends here who said that they've had it, but they didn't actually get ill. I had one friend who had it and lost a sense of smell and taste. That was it. For about 4 weeks, I think they said, lost a sense of taste, and she said that's something she still has a problem tasting. She doesn't quite smell or taste them correctly. Just something to do with this coffee, I think. That coffee tastes normal. I don't know what the hell happened with that one. So yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, I really don't know. Don't know what the situation is or where it's going, so we'll have to see. But this new idea of the lockdown, of doing it by town, I just think is so much better. It just means that you can deal with it in the town and nobody's coming in from outside. Like I said, people here are really, really well behaved. I don't normally wear my mask in the street, but I might actually start wearing it now just to make sure. But they haven't done any testing in Spain. Because basically, what they did is when the COVID-19 properly hit, they knew it was going to be a problem. They just put everybody into lockdown for however many months, and it went up and it went down, and they were like, right, cases are gone now. Cases are going. Might be now. Might be now, Malcolm. Let's have a quick look on BBC. No spoilers, because I always watch it later. But normally it's 2 o'clock in Spain. But the thing that gets me, this is the best part of all of this quarantine thing, is that we've got people flying between countries. Yeah, it's on now. I'm trying not to look at the picture, so it's on now because I avoid it all. So it's on now, Malcolm. So yeah, you've still got cases and you've got things flaring up, and we're now back to having people going backwards and forwards. It makes zero sense, apart from for the moolah. But if all countries start just focusing on the monetary side all the time, we're never going to get out of this. We're going to go in this fucking spiral round and round for years. Because we're not dealing with the problem properly. Let's have a look. Ooh. See if that's active. Oh, you've knocking my ad blocker off. Right. Let's load that page up again. Hang on then, that can't be right, can it? Have they changed their website? That's a bit crap. Ooh. I think I've just found a website that shows the Formula 1 live. So I'm sorry if this suddenly kicks in. That one doesn't look like it's working, but this one might be. It's in a constant loading process. It's in a loading process. Probably doesn't work. Right, what are we? 19, okay. We're not far off, people. Stick with it. We'll get this done. Is this going to give me... Yeah, it's going to give me adverts, isn't it? Ah, I was really hoping it said... I found a thing which said that there was watchable links, but it doesn't look like it's working now. I don't know why it wouldn't work though. Doesn't seem fair. Fair? I don't think fair is the right word, but you get what I mean. I can't see why it wouldn't work. Shouldn't really matter, I don't think. But well, I'll see if I can get that running till tomorrow. I'm running tomorrow or something. Come on! 18! Okay, I think we're speeding up now. Are we our fastest speed? No, we're still speeding up. That's the thing. Using the force of the sun to push us away. And then we're going to switch and have us pull in. I got some new advertisements, people. Why don't we run an advertisement while we're doing this? Now, these are actually real advertisements. This isn't one of my made-up ones. I do have my made-up ones, but I thought it'd be quite interesting to put these in. Elazgar's heard these before, so I'm going to run one of these adverts just while. And nobody told me that there's no sound. What are you all doing today? You're supposed to tell me when there's no sound. I've just gone 2 hours with no sound. What's wrong with this? Right. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to run one of these adverts. See what you think.
Bud Light presents Real American Heroes.
Real American heroes.
Today we salute you, Mr. Footlong Hot Dog Inventor.
Mr. Footlong Hot Dog Inventor.
When conventional wisdom said no one could make a hot dog longer than 6 inches, you dared to dream.
Dare to dream.
You knew the limitations of a regular-size hot dog bun, and you ignored them.
Can't stop me now.
You made a 10-inch wiener, and people cheered.
Oh.
But you weren't satisfied. You said, wait, I think I can still give you 2 more inches.
Gotta want it.
And so the footlong was born. So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, Mr. Hot Dog Hero, because you gave every single one of us our fondest wish, a bigger wiener.
Thank you.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay. Don't spoil it, Malcolm! Don't spoil it! Don't tell me! Please! I watch it later on. I watch it, I download and watch it later on. Don't spoil it for me, please. I have to avoid all F1 until later in the day. So and with it being off for so long, I was watching the practice yesterday evening and I really enjoyed it. It's weird when something's been away for so long. Still speeding up for the mug. It's alright. I won't just in future. I won't hold it against you. It's alright. We're not in. I don't think it'll be in Q3 yet, will it? No. Well, actually. Oof. 10 minutes left, 12 minutes left to summit in Q3, I'm guessing. More or less. I'm really looking forward to the new F1 game, actually. Really looking forward to it. I'll stream that next week. So, used a little bit of money from Elazgar and this Eric Chalile. Thank you again, Eric. I don't know if you're watching now or if you're watching in a later stream, do come by, say hello. Maybe come by in Discord or something, because like I said, I think it came in a couple of days ago while I was off stream, and I didn't even know until I loaded up OBS today and I saw it there. So thank you very much for your donation. Everything people donate always goes back into the stream, so I never take it out of PayPal or anything. It's always come back into the stream. So right, 17, and we're still speeding up. We're still getting faster. So did I turn the sound back up again? No, I didn't even turn the sound back. Oh my god, what a disastrous stream today. Post-it notes. Post-it notes everywhere. Definitely going to do this in the future. I need my post-it notes to tell me what I'm doing when I'm going live. Set this, set that. So it's alright, son. I know. You sit and get some suntan on you. You need it on all that black fur, don't you? Yeah. So, yeah. Well, I'm sure people will start complaining in the comments once it goes up on YouTube and everything. Okay. So, what was I thinking there? I had a thought there, but they become painful. So what are we on? 17 still. Oh god, this is going to take longer than 40 minutes, isn't it? I have a feeling it's going to take forever. If you look at the timestamp, it's 57 minutes, but it's counting down at about every quarter second. It's counting down a second, so it's obviously not 57 minutes. But then you do have the slowdown when you get closer, so you never quite know. I wonder if that's because you have to sign in or something. Do you have to sign in? Yeah, I think it might be. I think that might be why it's not doing it. How much is it to exclusive? Hang on a minute. Is that all you get? Wow, strange. I think the sooner they do it, the sooner they'll make more money, actually. I'm just thinking there, Formula 1 needs to really pull away from using TV stations. They need to harness the internet if they're going to survive. But they do this thing in Spain where you can't actually watch it, so you have to pay monthly for telemetry and stuff. They used to do that for free. So I certainly wouldn't be paying for that. Certainly won't be paying for that. Is that true? No, that's a year ago. Okay. Okay. Thought that was something live. Right, okay, so well, the carrier now it looks very different, Malcolm. You can actually at some point you can go back and to the beginning of the stream. I showed it off a little bit. So the carrier is now it has the kind of bulbed front, not the Nostromo front, the bulbed front. So it's got that. It's in ice white. So when I've saved up a few more arcs, I'll go and grab another paint job. So it's going to be ice white when it's in the bubble, and it's going to be a different colour when it's going out of the bubble on trip. Green landing pads, green thrusters, just like that colour. I think it's nice. And then I can't remember, I got one of the male voices, the one that sounds like an Empire one almost. Okay, 0.16. And we're still speeding up. The move in-game to pump up the dark wheel. Do you mean that people are working all over to try and make dark wheel the top of its like the leading thing in each area? It's an interesting thing. Interesting thing. I've said it before, I always thought that they'd use Raxler in connection with a new version of the game, but whether they've changed their mind or whatever on that, I don't know. You never quite know, do you? I just want to check my timing on this. I'm guessing they've given more time, and I should have checked this. 13 hours, yes. This can be done. Look at that target body, Hutton orbital. Oh god. I wouldn't even take those bioconductors now. It has to be the rep, doesn't it? Has to be the rep. Well, right, yeah. I mean, it could work. You'd have to get them. I don't know how everybody's going to do it, because you'd have to work together to not only get them to the top, but I think you'd have to raise the influence as well. I don't know how well it would work. Well, this is an interesting stream, isn't it? There's part of me wanting to... Oh, there's a ship going in the other direction. There's part of me wanting to just sack the mission off, but I've taken it, and I've never been to Hutton, so... might as well. Might as well go. What's that? Okay, so don't. No. Right. Yeah, go on the C drive. Okay. So yeah, no, it's not to land. You just have to scan. Thank the bejesus. You just have to scan. So let's see if that one works. Yeah, it seems like that for some reason it doesn't work very well, does it, this website? Ah, hang on a minute.
Hi.
Oh, sorry about that. Just doing something here. Right. Skip hard. Just trying to see if this website works. Found this website, and in theory it looks good, but I know what some websites are like. No, we don't need to do that. It's not working, is it? Some websites, they promise the world, and then you go to them and they don't work for whatever reason. Sometimes it can actually just simply be your browser that doesn't work. So I might try that website in a different browser at some point. Right. What copy? Yeah. Right. Want that Control and T. Okay. 15. Woo, we're getting there. It's only going to take my whole life. Right, so we go Control and T. There we go. Paste that. Play. Turn the volume off for it while it's doing that. Just might not be active, that's all. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if... Okay, what are we in? Q2. Oh, wow, that's in HD as well. I've forgotten how you record it on here as well. Streaming nicely. I'll use that tomorrow for the race. That's great. I've got a HD stream downloading, so... Yeah, I'm not going to watch it now because I'm going to watch it later, but it's good stuff. So... I can send you the website if you want on Discord, Malcolm. I don't know if you might have Sky and everything, I don't know. I got Sky. I don't know what that was, that wasn't even Scottish. But if you want it, I can send you on... Oh, well, I'll send you on Discord anyway. I don't think you need to be a member either, strangely. Oh no, alright, I'll send you it on Discord then, Malcolm. We never talked on Discord, Malcolm. I'm bloody sure we've talked on Discord before. Sure of it. Oh. BCD HEP. There we go. Right, okay. There you go. I've sent it on Discord to you, Malcolm, so... If you can't get the in-page streams to work, download Ace Stream Media. It goes through the process, and you should be able to watch it. All right. Right, what are we on now? We are on 14. Come on. Come on. This is definitely longer than 40 minutes. I wish I'd I'm gonna title this stream "Don't Fucking Bother." I'm gonna retitle it "Don't Bother Watching." Didn't have audio for half of it, and then the other half is me travelling to Hutton. Yeah, neither do I, Malcolm. I don't agree with it either. I don't agree with any of this thing where this process of sports gets popular, then the big company grab it, and then you can't watch it anymore unless you pay through the nose. And the thing is, the people who miss out half the time are the people who really followed the sport in its early days, and it's kind of the fashion people come along and take and pay for it, and unfortunately they pay so much that and they keep paying. Somebody was saying that these days, like a whole Sky package can cost upwards of £90. I mean, if people are paying that a month for television, then anybody who tells me that gaming is a waste of money, I'm gonna tell them which part of my body they can suck, because I wouldn't be paying £100 a month for anything. Anything. It's a ridiculous amount of money to be paying. And people go, yeah, well, you can get the basics package, it's cheaper. No, no, no. If you're gonna have it, get it. Get everything that you want to watch. You shouldn't have to. The incremental paying thing. I mean, even like Ubisoft have a deal where you can pay €15 a month, I think it is, and you have access to their entire library, even new games. €15 a month. I mean, that's not a bad price. I was actually planning on working out roughly how much I spend a year on Ubisoft products, and seeing if it would be worth getting it. Oh, what's this one? I'm just looking at some. There's a lot of senior people. Ah, okay. Corruption in politics in Spain is great. It's completely normal here. I love how, though, if it's a Catalan politician, they'll change the law, but if it's a Madrid politician, they don't change the law. It's amazing. Right, 13. Yeah, again, yeah, you don't get Scottish international games. I mean, international games should be, in my opinion, free to watch, because actually public taxes go into the FA. Public taxes, public money gets spent in the FA quite a lot, and in football. They get a lot of grants, so it should be, all international games should be free. Don't knock them over, son. They need taking, they need throwing away. What else been going on in the news this week? Might as well cover some stuff. I remember it going on. Ghislaine Maxwell got captured. Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend. Sure, she'll probably kill herself in the next few days. In strange circumstances. What's going on in gaming news? Let's have a look. I saw that, I don't know if anybody saw that the PS4 prices might have got leaked the other day. Pretty much around where I predicted they would be. Again, I should work in media, because when they were saying like, oh, 600-700 euros, I was like, there's no way they're going to charge that for a console. No way. Just not the price point of a console. Don't care how good the console is, the price point is too high. And it got leaked the other day. I'm just trying to find it because I had it on one of these pages, and it's exactly where I said it would be. Display more. Was it that long ago I read it? Yeah. So the Blu-ray console with the Blu-ray is going to be about £450. Totally makes sense. And about 500 euros, and that's where I said the limit would probably be. I suspected it might be 400 euros. I think it's a risky price in the current pandemic. I really do think it's a risky price, 499. Did you see the Twitter post that had her contract and serious court? Who, Joe? I don't know who I was talking about there. The digital edition's costing 399. Now this is the problem with the digital edition. Okay, so you may save 100 euros, 399 euros there, 349 English pounds, $399. The dollar and the euro are always the same. So digital edition, 399 euros, which is a good price, very good price. But here's my problem with the digital edition. It's simply the fact that you're pretty much always going to have to pay full price for a game unless PlayStation does a deal, and they don't do deals very often. They do deals, and sometimes you get really good deals. They put a lot of the EA Sports game on a low price a couple of months ago, so if you like those games, you were getting them for a fraction of the price. I remember NHL, because I didn't get it, and I'm a bit miffed off I didn't, but I couldn't really afford it. Was NHL was at something like 15 euros. The DualSense controller will cost 59 euros, which I think is in line with it's the same price now. They're going to release a new camera. It's going to be HD. That's going to be 60. And the interesting one, if it's true, is a new 3D headset called the Pulse 3D headset, and that'll be 179 euros. So if these prices are real, which they do seem real, it's probably in line with where I expected. I still think what I didn't finish saying with the digital edition is you're going to end up spending that £100 over and over again. So well, yeah, I can't imagine making 60 million an hour, Malcolm. I can imagine you can do it. I'm not dissing that. I can imagine you can do it, but I couldn't make that much in an hour. My combat skills aren't good enough. But yeah, I don't watch Yamix anymore, I'm afraid. I don't think it's anything bad or anything. It's just I don't really watch these long form moaning streams anymore. I used to, but I would play console hockey, Alisgar. I love hockey. I like all the American sports, but actually NFL I watch for my long love of the Jets, so I don't actually enjoy NFL as much as I used to, but I still watch it because of the Jets. I actually like them more than my football team in England. I think I've got a longer standing kind of emotional bond, even though it's a crap emotional bond. It's like a battered child. What was the other one? NBA. I love NBA, but NBA it's a sport that I can switch on and off, because if your team's really bad, it's never any fun to watch in NBA if your team's bad. But NHL, I just like it. I like the speed of it. I like the way it plays, and so yeah, I play it sometimes on the PlayStation. That's why I was a bit miffed I didn't pick it up, because I normally wouldn't pay full price for it. I buy, like the 2016 edition or something, because to me, It doesn't have to be perfectly up to date. So Madden NFL 21, I don't purchase NFL anymore, and certainly Madden NFL 21 I'm not purchasing because apparently it's the laziest EA have been with that series, but that doesn't shock me. I'm basically any pennies I've got now are all going towards Cyberpunk. So yeah, I know, and this is the thing. It's not just in this game. It seems to be in everything. It seems to be in all the games. There's just a few people who they do these long streams where they complain. Some of them don't even play the game anymore while they're complaining. So, which, like, I'm saying this and I'm going for the mug, but I'm actually doing something, you know, I'm going for the mug. So, yeah, so I just don't watch them. I just don't watch those types of streams anymore. We'll have to see what happens with Flight Simulator, because when Flight Simulator comes out, some games might be taking a back seat for a while, depending on how it works. I mean, that's there's actually some information saying that might be out this year. Hopefully. Oh, I've had my fucking tablet connected. I didn't mean to. That might be coming out this year. And if that comes out this year, I don't think I'm going to have time to go to work. I'd love it to come out this year. I mean, even if Flight Simulator doesn't deliver to the level that we're seeing in the videos, even if it doesn't, you can go back and look at out of the box Flight Simulator X, and you landing at a video landing at the same airport, and I mean the difference is just huge. I mean, even if, you know, if you have a lower bandwidth and they say, okay, if you're playing with lower bandwidth, you're not going to get like all the extra scenery popping in because you're going to save your bandwidth for the main buildings, it's still going to look 10 times better than Flight Simulator X. Well, that's interesting, Ellis. I actually think they've really messed up Star Wars too much, is my opinion. I'll be totally honest, never been like, I'm a big Star Wars fan. Love used to have an art book of Star Wars, of all the different ships and stuff. I absolutely loved it. Love the first movies, obviously the movies from the 70s and 80s. 1, 2 and 3, palatable, but didn't really like them because I felt like the technology in 1, 2 and 3 were actually better than the ones in 4, 5 and 6. Is it 4, 5 and 6 or 5, 6 and 7? I can't remember. The newer ones, the first one was palatable but not great. I walked away from it thinking that really didn't feel to me like a Star Wars movie. And the other two, I started to watch one of them, I turned it off halfway through because it was just it was annoying me. Han Solo story, it's pretty much the same. I think I got halfway through, ended up turning it off, it just wasn't grasping me. Rogue One, I really liked. Loved Rogue One, actually. I haven't gone back and watched it again, but I did like it when I watched it. And The Mandalorian, again, haven't gone back to watch it, but I really, really enjoyed The Mandalorian. So, the main storyline, I don't know if it's been, you know, changed too much where they're going to find it hard to kind of rein it back in. I think they really are going to find it hard to rein it back in. I think it's made too much of a jump. I really do. The only way they could maybe rein it back in is if they have the Empire take over again. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what their path is. I don't know what their path is with it. I really don't. Yeah, I think we've got to get identity politics out of gaming, and I'm not just on that side. I mean, I'm looking at the new Spider-Man game, and it's gonna have a black character, Miles Morales, I think his name is. which immediately, as soon as that released, there's people going, "Oh, Black Spider-Man, black disgusting, black." No, he's not Spider-Man. He's a different Spider-Man. He isn't the Spider-Man. He's a different one. So they're trying to create a side story, or they're going to try and create a universe which is in the same universe, and they're going to use a different character. That's probably the way to do it. I don't know. But I don't understand why everybody was jumping on it straight away. I mean, we haven't even seen story, gameplay, or anything. We don't know nothing about just people. Yeah, that's right. I think, Malcolm, they might have to kind of take it more down TV series, like The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian was great, and the actors that appeared in it as well, just really, really well thought out. Jon Favreau makes really good movies. Really good movies. All of them vastly different from each other. You've got like The Mandalorian, you've got that's not a movie, but you get what I mean. What else did he do? Elf. Great Christmas movie, and I don't even like the actor. I've forgotten his name, the actor now. Will Ferrell. Not a big fan of Will Ferrell, but I like Elf. I think it's a really good Christmas movie. He did Chef, which was like his own personal film that he really, really wanted to make. Oh, it's alternate. I thought it was in the same universe, but in a with like another person. So, yeah. See, that's the way I think all of this whole thing should be treated. Personally, all this identity politics that seems to be going on. Just build something either in another universe, on another storyline, and go with it, because you might produce the best thing ever. You might just produce the best thing ever. It might surpass the original. That has happened with certain stories before. It's not drivel. It's great. It's not the best. I'm going to be honest with you. It's nowhere near the best. It doesn't beat out. Let's see what. Doesn't beat out Christmas Vacation. Doesn't beat out Home Alone. But it's a good Christmas movie. It's a good, solid Christmas movie. Doesn't beat Bad Santa. I think Bad Santa is probably now one of my favourite Christmas movies. I love it. But it's good. It's a good movie. It's a good Christmas movie. But it's got Will Ferrell in it, and he's very hard to stomach. So, for some people, especially for me as well. Come on, we gotta get to hunting. I'm gonna have to go shopping soon. I should have gone shopping and left it going for the mug here. I really should have. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I didn't watch Elf for a few years because of Will Ferrell. So Saki toddler in an adult body. Yeah, I know. Well, that was the thing. I did know there was a fair few Spider-Men, because I've seen like Venom. I think Venom was a version of Spider-Man or something. What else did Jon Favreau do? I'm trying to think. It's driving me up there. Oh, he did Iron Man. Didn't he remake Iron Man? I'm not a big fan of Iron Man, but I didn't mind it. I'm just not an Iron Man. I'm not a big superhero person. He made Cowboys and Aliens, which was with the guy who plays James Bond, which strange but good. That was all right. I forgot about that one. I think he did Iron Man. I don't know if it was anybody else. So yeah, and actually, I think as an actor, he's not too bad. He's been in a few movies as well. So I don't think he's great in movies, but he's pretty good. But Chef was, because you know I'm a bit of a foodie, so Chef was the type of movie I would like. He's like a high power chef who loses his job and he descends to open one of these, like I don't know exactly how you'd call it, food wagons, bistro wagons, where he kind of drives around and sells this certain product, you know, and everybody goes wild for it. But it's just a nice film, I think, and I think actually it shows the life of a true passionate chef off as well, and I think that's why I really liked it. because at the beginning it's a bit artsy-fartsy, but then it gets into the reality of what it's like to be someone who just loves to cook, you know, and I really like that part of it. Yeah, you call them food trucks, but we don't call them food trucks. But I can't remember what we call them. It's not a food van. It has a name because it delivers something special. Just gonna check one thing. I'm sure it's a mobile bistro. I'm just looking it up. I'm probably wrong. But that would be... I'm guessing that would specifically mean something French, or even Parisian actually, because I think that's where it comes from. A bistro, serving moderately priced simple meals in a modest setting. Maybe a mobile bistro. Maybe. Taco truck. Mobile bistro. Oh, hang on a moment. Mobile bistro. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the name. Okay, I'm seeing the name pop up, so I might be right. Mobile bistro. Yes. Boom. Have it. Apparently that's what it is in American as well. Okay. So, in American English. Stacks Mobile Bistro, okay. And there's various websites popping up now for Mobile Bistro. I guess it's whoever you are. So, serving really like good quality of something, not moderate. That's the difference I was trying to think. But not, you know, restaurant class either. It's we don't in Europe, we don't strive to be different. It's actually you guys that changed everything. That's the problem. You took all of these different languages and decided, oh well, we'll use the Polish word for this, or we'll use the Russian word for this, or we'll use the German word for this. You know, it's you guys that did that. That wasn't us. That had nothing to do with us. We had a word. We'll put a Z in everything. Make it easy to pronounce. A chip van. I suppose like an ice cream van, maybe. Ice cream van where you can get sandwiches and stuff, or whatever. But if you like food and stuff, I'd recommend Chef. It's quite old now, I think. Actually, it was made a long time ago. Change it to the right way, just like you did with Iraq. Oh, too soon. Oh, right. Yeah, because what's that other chef movie? There's one called Burnt with Bradley Cooper, but that was more like, that was a bit more, you know, big-headed. Big-headed. I don't know. Can't remember the word now. Can't remember any word ever. Considering I'm not drinking, this is great. I'm forgetting more stuff than I normally would. But yeah, pretty good movie. Pretty good movie. And it's got a pretty good, a pretty good part with Robert Downey Jr. in it, where Robert Downey Jr. just plays a complete and utter prick. It's really funny. Work in progress for 20 years. Well, no, not 20 years. What? 19, 18. What? You can't believe it's 17 years, I think. 17 years. It's going to be a problem in the future, those countries, because there's kids now who are reaching 18, 19 years of age who don't know what that country was like before. All they know is complete and utter turmoil. It's one of the things I worry about for the future. And China. What the fuck they're doing at the moment. They're really, really flexing at the moment. At home and abroad. They're really kind of showing the world that they don't give a fuck. Strange times. And it wouldn't surprise me if coronavirus was set out. Oh, there's a lot of, it depends which stuff you read. There's some scientists saying that coronavirus doesn't have any, I know, definitely. Yeah, looting it for all the oil. That's what America does, isn't it? They go around going, have you got chocolate over there? Okay, he's got chocolate, right, he's got weapons of mass destruction. Let's go get that chocolate. Yeah. Well, what was I gonna say there about that? The outer line parts actually were, but Baghdad wasn't that bad. I know somebody used to work there. I mean, it's the desert, so what can you do in a desert? But Baghdad wasn't that bad. And I'm guessing other places like I've forgotten the other big city actually, on the other side of the river. Fallujah maybe? Can't remember. But those cities weren't bad. It's desert. I mean, you go to any deserted country, the cities are normally pretty good and the outlying parts are crap. But you could say that about New York. You could say the same about New York. Have you been to Queens? Ooh. Parts of Queens? Gotta pack a knife. Gotta pack a knife, son. Harlem? Been to Harlem? Well, Harlem wasn't too bad actually. It was better than I expected it to be. I actually realised the other day that what was I watching? I was watching the intro to Sesame Street. Sesame Street was it never says where it is. It was in Harlem. Definitely. I loved Harlem. I'd love to go back there to that place we went to, Rob. Be lovely. I don't think I left anything on that plate that day. I really don't. I was thinking the other day actually doing coloured greens again. It's been a while since I made them, wasn't it? Well, it's probably been a year or two. This summer it was 2 years ago. What was a soundstage? Yeah, I know it was a soundstage, but I mean where it was set. The beginning is kids in Central Park and whatnot, and it was supposed to be. Alright, I'll use the term supposed to be set. Supposed to be set in Harlem. It was on the soundstage. Right, come on, we must be there. I'm getting hungry now. Oh yeah, we're almost there, people. For the mug. Slowing down, actually. You can actually hear the engine slowing down. I wonder how they do that sound, because sometimes, I think I probably was, Rob. It wouldn't surprise me. Oh, I should say Alan's car, so people don't get confused. Yeah, it probably was. If the food's good, I have no problem licking the plate. If it's really good, I'll lick the windows, but that's another thing. That's not here, is it? Yeah, but it was a weighted buffet, wasn't it? It wasn't, do you remember? You had to pay by weight, so it wasn't a buffet. Do you remember? It's a long time ago, you know. There's certain things I forget, and there's other things I never forget. That was a weighted buffet, so you filled your thing and then they weighed it and you paid on weight. Can't remember exactly how much it is. I think it was, if I remember rightly, it might have been £4.95 a pound or something. So I think I got about £3 of stuff. I'm going to Hutton Orbital. Yeah. Yeah, it's another 12 minutes yet. At least you've got sound now. I have to keep going back to OBS to check just to make sure, but at least got sound now. Yeah, I don't know how long it's been now. I'm just going to check actually the stream rate. It's been an hour. Been about an hour. And my guess will be it's probably about another 10 minutes. And then once I get back, I'll drop the mission off, and then I think I'm going to take a slight break to go. I'm going to have to go shopping because I have no food in the house that I can think of. Well, getting back to shopping. I was hoping to go when it was a bit quiet. It's all Corona Nona. So I'll probably go do that. I'll come back and eat, and then I'll stream again. Yeah. I don't need the free Anaconda. I've got loads of money now. Transferred it all over from the other account. I still got $1.5 billion to go, I think. But for the time being, yeah, I don't know, Malcolm. Question for you, because I know you've got a fleet carrier. I had to pay a repair bill for hull damage. Have you had that at all? And why on earth would my fleet carrier have hull damage? Because I haven't been flying it, so it's definitely not me. Have you noticed it in your bills at all? Oy. So yeah, I'll probably go grab something to eat, and then I will. We're getting there now. We're getting there. And then I'll come back on and stream a little bit later. And I'll probably stream. Elite again. I would like to finish off LA Noire at some point, and I would like to sit down and just chill myself playing Red Dead Redemption, but. So no, I didn't, Alaska. That's what I was thinking. I'm just wondering if sometimes I know that sometimes other ships shoot, so I'm not sure if it's something to do with that. But it was really, really strange. Unfortunately, I might be able to do it now. I should check really, but I normally can't stream Red Dead Redemption on PC. Used to be able to do it on the PlayStation. Can't do it on PC. It's a shame. I forgot to send a message. Shit. These are all placeholders, aren't they? Oh no, it isn't. Oh, yeah, it is. It's a placeholder. Oh, you fucking tease. There's a website I use for grabbing some sports things, and what they do is they actually upload the whole post of its bitrate and everything, but they don't post the links. They don't post the links. Really annoying until the link's ready. But sometimes you get excited because you're like, "Oh, it's up!" Okay, 8 minutes. 8 minutes, people. We shall be there. That's only a nitro flare as well. God knows how long nitro flare probably takes or costs. Actually, some of them aren't bad. I used to do stuff that way and it was a bit cheaper. But okay, we're nearly there, people. I know it's a bit of a pain in the backside, but imagine having to fly it. That was their prices. Trial, 2 days, $10. Get lost. Wouldn't pay that money if I had it. I bet I'm going to do the loop of shame, aren't I? Because I've been sat here so long. I'm just used to the sound in the background's just playing through, and it's not registering. Okay, 7 minutes it says more or less. Right, we're getting there, we're getting there. This has definitely been an hour, hasn't it? Let's be honest, this has definitely been an hour. Sorry for the fucking boredom, people. This is not what I intended for this stream. I've been working all week, and I was just like, I'm gonna chill out, do a bit of combat, few deliveries, few passenger missions here and there. It's gonna be chill, having a laugh, and I'm sat going for the mug. But, as I said, I've never done it. And it's, once I've done this, it's done. So I never have to do it again. Hopefully never pick up a mission. If I'd have been on the ball, I would have flown my fleet carrier here. But I don't know if you can in Cirrus. Yeah, you can. You can. So if I'd have been on the ball, I'd have gone back and flown my fleet carrier here. But I wasn't on the ball. Can you see? Here's Hutton, and you've got fleet carriers around it. So if I'd have been on the ball, I'd have flown my fleet carrier here, and if I need to forever in the future, I'll remember, because I'd rather pay that extra bit of tritium and bring it here, because that would have taken me, what, 15 minutes? I'd have been here, I'd have undocked, bada bing bada boom, and we'd have done it. But you know what, I don't mind doing it this way. As you can say, you've done it this way. It is what it is. Any other sayings I can push in there? But yeah. And I'll probably stream sometime tomorrow as well. Got a bit of work to do. Tomorrow for next week, but I will probably stream tomorrow as well. So double header for you guys, because I'm not going walking tomorrow. Did Malcolm disappear? He's probably gone to get some tenants or something. Right, so just trying to think. Anywhere else it might appear sooner. But I can't believe I found a thing that does a HD test, HD thing. So, by the way, just so you know, I won't stream tomorrow when the race is on now, because I can get a good stream for it. So I'm probably gonna be chilling out for that and enjoying it, I think. So we'll have to see. I might only be able to do like a one streaming session, but We'll see. Now, I'm going to be honest, with all this negative COVID stuff in the news and people, places saying they're having spikes and stuff like this, just be aware of how a lot of this is occurring now, people, because what we've got is a situation, for example, there's more testing going on than there was before, right? So now they're getting more positive results because there's more testing going on. So when you're reading it in the news saying, oh, there's this sudden spike here, it isn't a sudden spike at all. It's because there's more testing going on. So don't let the news scare you too much when it comes to all this, because it's important to understand the difference between the reality and what's going on in the media, you know. And I'm not saying the media's ever wrong, always wrong, sorry, but I'm not saying they're always right. For the Formula 1 season to go ahead this weekend, they tested over 4,000 staff from different companies, different towns, different places, different countries. Nobody tested positive for COVID-19 out of all of those people. Okay, so that means not only did they not have, they haven't had it either, because it would have shown up, I think, if they had it, or I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it does. So you're talking 4,000 people from all over the place, and not one person had it. So it does mean that it is working around the world, this lockdown. It does work. There now places look like they're spiking, but it all depends on testing and stuff like that. So there's kind of like this thing that's playing out at the moment where we have like you'll see days, especially in Spain we saw it, where you'd have days where it suddenly looked like a lot of people died, and it didn't. It was the reports of the deaths coming in, and they would have more reports coming in on certain days than others. Some of those people had actually died up to, like, I think up to 2 months before. But in the newspapers, it didn't report it like that. It was like, oh, sudden spike. And it's like, I understand that they have to get clicks. I do understand it. It's their business model, and they need people to tune into the news and whatnot. But because I met a friend yesterday who I haven't seen in 4 months, and my friend's a little bit of a germaphobe, shall we say, and maybe, I don't know exactly, but maybe a little bit hypochondriac as well. And we met in the middle of the street, but nobody around us, and my friend still had a mask on and didn't want to take it off. And it's like, and I was saying, look, your choice is your choice, you know, like, but don't think that you can't stand, you know, we were more than 2 meters apart, actually. And I was saying, don't think that you should have the mask on all the time. It's just like a really, I don't know, it's a scary way of dealing with it, but maybe better to be safe than sorry, some people would say, and whatnot. But I just think, I've been watching the news very closely through the whole thing, and I just think that, you know, they're almost, the news companies now are almost their own entertainment company. They need people to tune in, and telling happy stories is not going to get people to tune in. Although I bet it does. I watch the Dodo every morning on Facebook, and I love it. I look forward to it. Every morning when I wake up, roll over, pick up the phone, load up a Dodo video, and the Dodo get my clicks every day because of that. If you don't know the Dodo, go follow it on Facebook or Twitter or wherever. I think it's on all social media platforms. But seriously, go follow it. So do you mean by taking them over? Because there's no way we're taking over China. Not all of us put together, Alisgar. Telling you. China's really flexing at the moment. Really flexing. And my worry is what their intention is long term. Whether, because it's China. It's China, so, you know, do they want a war in the long run? Is that what they're planning for? Has has their plan kind of always been to kind of destabilize the American economy by using cheap labor, by giving cheap labor, and basically driving the American economy into the ground? Because the American economy certainly isn't what it was in the 60s, you know. Is it to just get level footing in the political world? Is it just to get level footing? Because I mean, if you're a big player, maybe I would expect to have level footing, and they certainly don't at the moment. They're not respected by most countries, so you can kind of understand why they would do that. I mean, that's what Russia are doing. Everything Russia does is just because they want more even political power and in decisions. And it doesn't help when world leaders meet and they just like kind of ignore Putin because he's not a very nice guy, but he does lead that country, so sometimes you've got to kind of just put other things aside. Oh, that poor cat. Right. But no, I don't know. I don't know the answers to half these questions. Okay, 1 minute 16. Just 24,000 light seconds, and I'm determined not to do the loop of shame here. Doesn't mean I won't, but I'm determined not to. Oh no! Oh, I can't take a dog. There's somebody who needs a dog. Looks like a black Labrador needs a new home. I can't afford a dog. Can't afford my rent. Can't afford a dog. Who's not doing well? China. China doing fantastically well. It's the thing. It's why they're flexing so much at the moment. Don't believe what your news tells you, Alisgar. China are doing very well at the moment, and militarily they're really starting to push the envelope. They've pretty much stolen everybody else's blueprints. I know somebody who works for a multinational. They make washing machines, and the Chinese, because they work in China, Chinese people come from hotels to have a look at the washing machines, to see if they want them in their hotels, and they order them to be in their hotels. The guy was saying, but the next time you go to a washing machine convention, I didn't even know they exist, but they do. The next time you go to a washing machine convention, you will see a carbon copy of your your newest washing machine at that convention, made by a Chinese company. He said it's mental, because the people who visit are actually customers. You know, they're not. They're customers of actual hotels, but the government there owns so much of the business that I mean, you just don't know who's who, and you know, and this business that he works for is certainly not protected against like cyber attacks or anything. I can guarantee that. But they never used to be a multinational, but they are a multinational now, and they're definitely not properly protected from cyber attacks, I don't think. I mean, for example, I can get in there and get into their Wi-Fi quite easily. It's not very well protected, so I don't know. No, it's crazy. Crazy when he said, you know, like, you're talking not even a long time later. He was like, maybe only a month later, and you'll see an exact copy of your washing machine. Here we go. For the mug. Although I'm not going to get a mug, because I've got nowhere to store it. Take note, Frontier, if you're watching, you should have like you should be able to have like a little trophy case when we get space legs. A little trophy case where you can keep a trinket from each, you know, one of these special products. So, oh yeah. Oh no, I know it's at their capital, but no worse than anywhere else. They released it. They don't care about losing a few of their own. Spain is in cahoot. Oh, well, you know, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at how many countries are in cahoots. I like the term cahoot. The Donald was definitely in cahoots with the Russians, to not in the way that it was not in the way that it was necessarily said by the news companies, but he was definitely getting help off them, and serenading senoritas. I don't know what the Russian term for senorita is, but okay, yay, we are in Hutton. For the mug! Okay, slow it down, get that scanned. Yeah, probably with people still in their homes, Elazgar. This is the thing. It's what I mean by them just not really giving a damn. Let's just see if is Hutton. Yeah, Hutton's there. Okay, I'm gonna just have a quick fly around Hutton. For the mug. Yeah, I'll come back and get the mug, but I'll do it with my fleet carrier. I won't be doing that journey again. So there's the Hutton orbital. Well, do you know what? I'm actually glad I did this now, because I haven't even seen pictures of Hutton. So it's quite cool. Are you sure you can't land in Hutton? Isn't that a... It's not. That looks like an entrance bay to me. Oh crap, I'm going to crash into Hutton Orbital and I'm probably going to get done for this. That looks like an entrance where it says no entry. Authorized craft. That looks like an entry thing to me. I wonder if originally they were going to put entry slots in orbitals. Try it out. Messed up. Denied. Boo. Okay. Right, now we can go home. Take this guy back and get that rep. Herthay. Is Herthay where I went? It was, wasn't it? Yeah, because if we got the start map, definitely. Starting map? The system map, definitely. Okay, let's travel home, and I think it's a couple of jumps. Whoa! Slam the back end. Shield survived. Full on blast as well. Well, I thought I'd give you some entertainment before we go back. Need the engines up a little bit.
Frame shift drive charging.
Sorry about your orbital. What is this? Side of on the side of the sun.
Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Frame shift drive charging.
Don't they build everything like... Don't they build everything with bad stuff? Isn't that China, just how China is? Apart from their military stuff, that gets built well. And their palaces are built really well. But yeah, quick up, quick down. Quick up, quick down, sorry. Can't get my words out there.
Fuel scoping.
Okay, Wellheim Enterprise. And it's pretty quick drop in. We probably won't have to fuel up when we get there, because we've got a fuel scoop on. Can't believe did the whole the whole combat part earlier without any sound. Sometimes wonder if people actually watch or they just have the chat on. It wouldn't surprise me. I'd probably watch it like that. Probably. Right. So let's get down to 7 and charge it back. Pull it back. And we are here, Wellheim Enterprise. We're going to drop our guy back off. I think he had a good trip. I hope he's happy, because it's about bloody time. So, if I remember, we're on this side, aren't we? The planet, in the inner, on the inner, the innermost orbital line. Oh, it's always on the innermost orbital line. What am I on about? That must have been somewhere else where I visited. I love that sound when you get close to the planet, but I don't know how realistic it is. Obviously some of the sounds are just made to kind of give it some atmosphere, but try and just come under the belt here. I know it's probably gonna... I just want to come under the belt so I can kind of get it in line with the entry point. More or less.
Welcome to this independent station, Commander. Please fly safely during arrival and departure. Request approved. Set down on landing pad 17. You are clear for automated approach, Commander.
Well, I went to Hutton, got there, saw it. If you missed out. Aha, torrents up, nice one. So, 1 second. Russian, don't want Russian. There isn't a torrent up. It's all in Russian. I'm not watching in Russian.
Scan detected.
With 720.
Landing gear deployed.
I didn't, because it's an orbital and I'm in a big ship, but that's alright, because I'll take the but when you get the mug, you don't get anything, do you? You don't actually get a mug. So, and I can always take the fleet carrier back, which then I won't have to travel an hour to get there, so I'll be able to do it in 15 minutes. Alright, so we are taking reputation. 5 slots of reputation, so it's filled up the bar a little bit. Not perfectly, but it's filled it up a little bit. So we have another one here, somebody on a sightseeing adventure. This person might be wanted, but it's only 79 light years away, which actually really isn't that far. This person, there's no rep. This one's a planet side one, which I don't mind. And then there's some refugees, refugees. We've got these words in Catalan, and then there's other words as well, so it was kind of throwing me off. Oh, not that one. Mission board. Crom Silver Boys, not the... Okay, so... strategic data transfer, that gives us a little bit of rep. Don't mind taking that one. Don't know how long I've got on that though, so I don't want to... 23 hours. Alright, I'll do that later. I'll take that now. Do it later. We've got more massacre stuff. Oh, there's another one there. Don't mind doing that one. Don't mind doing the data transfers if it gives me a little bit. That's another 23 hours. So I'll take that one. Okay. So, and that passenger actually. Let's have a look again at that one. Was I maybe looking in the wrong part? I don't think I was. No. So, yeah. So that one's boosting the federal fleet. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So with these deliveries and this one, I'll get 8. So it's actually not too bad. I've got 11 hours to do this one, which I'll do it anyway. Okay. So we'll accept that contract for the time being. Right. Exit to main menu. Let's see how many acts we picked up today, because it's a new play. So 36 from combat, only 1 from trade, 6 from exploration. That's not too bad. Actually, I should have probably sold my exploration data. I might have got a little bit more. So we're not too bad. We're like 1,150. Don't think I can buy a paint job with that. Might be able to get close to one. Okay, Folky Wokes, I am going to call it a time for a short period. I'm going to go out, going to do a bit of shopping, get some food. I'll come back, probably maybe 2-3 hours or something. So I'll be back later in the European evening, the English evening. Hopefully I'll get to watch the Formula 1 before I come back. Fingers crossed it'll be done before when I get back from the shops. So I will stream tonight, absolutely 100%. I will stream Elite. I was maybe considering doing something else, but I honestly feel that this stream's just, it didn't go quite well with the audio at the beginning, so I'm going to put some things up as well, so I always remember to do it. So I'll definitely come back a little bit later and do more Elite, because I mean I feel like doing Elite. I have to get the bloody air conditioning in here though, because it's fucking boiling. Right people, so I'll see you in a couple of hours. Enjoy. 9-7.